Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Cop Update. It's the first one of this week. It's been absolutely hectic, so I haven't been around for the last couple of days. But we're definitely going to do one today, and we're definitely going to do one on Friday, and we'll be back to normal next week, please God, and things settle down a little bit. I'm Gav, this is the LFC Daytrippers, and of course, for the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to talk about all things Liverpool, and the big one, of course, Arsenal versus Liverpool at the Emirates tonight. Listen, we can't make you like, subscribe, share, comment. We can't make you do any of that. If you're listening back on an audio download, we can't make you give a review. We can't make you do any of that. If you want to, go ahead and do it. If you don't, absolutely fine. It's all good. Garmack is in. He says, afternoon red, statement win needed tonight. 3-0. Goals from Salah, Trent and Diaz. Daniel Dawson is in and says hello. Owen Conway is in. Ali A is in. Saint Boy 65 is in. Kuda Run Yoa is in. Johnny N 1964 is in with 3-0. Come on, the Super Reds. Guzmo says hello everybody. Looking forward to tonight. I want to see how your nerves are. I've been speaking to Peter says hi Gav, all the way from Norway. Looking forward to tonight, absolutely. And I hope Norway is looking after you at the moment. Owen Newell is buzzing for later on. Kev O'Sullivan says afternoon to everyone. Next stop on the quadruple train, says Glenn Parsons. So we're looking confident. I want to see what your nerves are like though, because I've been speaking to a couple of people last night, particularly after the Man City game Monday, and all yesterday. Arsenal for Life has 3-0 Arsenal. We're going to get into teams and predictions as well, but it's good to see you in here, Arsenal for Life. And you're on a good run. I have to be honest, you're on a good run. I think it's going to be a fantastic game of football. TC says, Gav, this wait for the game is killing me. Clock watching big time. Cannot wait. Go ahead, the Reds. Yeah, I try. Liverpool fans are overconfident, says Arsenal for Life. Owen Conway is bricking it, to be honest. I don't think Liverpool fans are overconfident. I think Arsenal fans are very confident in the run they're in. I think Liverpool fans are very confident in the run they're in. And I think you're going to get two teams that are going to go into this in really good form and looking to win for different reasons, but equally as important to themselves as it goes. But look, we'll get into it in a couple of minutes. I don't think Liverpool fans are overconfident. From the ones I've been speaking to, it's been a big mix. Like I said, Man City drawn against Palace on Wednesday night or Monday night meant that Liverpool can go within a point of City with an equal amount of games played, with what would be 8 games left for Liverpool. I think 9 games left, and these are the games you have to play. You know, we know what our run is. We've seen more fixtures confirmed yesterday, like the United game, the Derby, different bits and pieces. So we know what we have to do. Klopp has already said it's final after final after final, and we just have to attack it. We're not 10 points clear with 10 to go. We have to absolutely attack it. And yeah, let's go for it. You know, we're not going to lose this league for a lack of trying or a lack of quality. It might be a bit of luck. And you never know. It could go our way, might not go our way, but enjoy it, embrace it. But as I've said, I've been speaking to people since Monday night, all day yesterday, and some this morning. And it's funny, Arsenal for Life says that the mix is unbelievable. I've seen people that are very confident going there. Despite Arsenal being in good form, they feel that Liverpool are in good form and, you know, hitting a level that they feel that they can keep up till the end of the season. I've talked to Liverpool fans that are literally going, do you know what, I don't know what way it's going to go. Nerves are gone a little bit, like one or two on the chat. And I've seen some that have nearly said, look, if you come away with a draw, it's the same as it was. We're 3 points behind, having to go to Man City, because the thing is, and it's always been, since, you know, I think Chris Brack mentioned the other night on one of the shows, or he might have been in the chat on one of the shows, City were 14 points clear of us at one stage. We may have had 2 games in hand, but it was still 14 points clear. And we always said, without giving up on the league title, that we needed to go into the Man City game at the Etihad within striking distance of Manchester City. Whether that's 3 points, 1 point, level, ahead, we have to go into that Man City game with a chance of winning and going ahead of them or going level with them and see what the last 6 games brings us. That's just the way it is. Chum reckons the Arsenal will lose their heads. Owen Conway says tonight is season defining. City will be watching. Be a big kick in the nuts for them if if we go to Arsenal and win. Both sides need something tonight. A draw would suit Arsenal, us too, but that'd be the bare minimum. Says Kev. Owen Newell says, I think Liverpool fans are more anxious than overconfident. The game has so much riding on it. Petter says, too much credit for Arsenal. They're good, but so are we. He was more worried versus Brighton. Kieran B says, Liverpool fans are cocky. We just know our team is good. Nothing wrong with that. That's football. End of the day, if the game is a draw, nothing really changes. Win or draw tonight, and we have to beat City at the Etihad. We have to beat City at the Etihad regardless. But you don't want to lose tonight. You don't want to be going to City going, we have to win to get within a point of them. You just don't. Even if you done that, you're in a point of them. It's only 6 games left, and City will smell blood. Looking forward to seeing Klopp with his arm around Martinelli after the game, tapping him up to come to the Pill, says Tom Conley. Ali A says, I hate these title races with City. Why? You can't hate title races. It doesn't matter who they're against. I'll put it this way, Ali A. Replace Man City with Manchester United, and you're chasing them down, and you're head to head with them. Because I think 08-09 was really, really nerve-wracking because it was Manchester United. But with City, it's just like, you just know how good the two teams are, and a lot rides on it because it's a title, but it wouldn't ride on it like if it was United. It'll go up levels. Kuda Ranyowa says, Arsenal have been playing 1 game a week and might not have the legs for 2 games in 4 days. We have the rhythm. Interesting, but Arsenal could tell you that they're getting rest and are rebooting after a heavy game, so you can look at that either way. The league isn't over if we don't win tonight, so we should be calm. Plenty of tough games to come. Says Cav, nervous as hell about tonight. Says Hannah alone, she's not going to lie. We're going top before they play against us, Glenn Parsons. Liverpool have got that character where if we win tonight, we go in a point. We play Watford, I think, at 12:30 the week after next, and they play at 3 o'clock away to Burnley, I think. So yeah, there's a big character for Liverpool, and the players know it. The players know it. They literally know, like, that they're playing. They're literally, like Klopp said, they're playing in finals. It's literally finals. They're playing in every single game now, because you can't. The Inter one was a slip, but we went through. I don't think we can. If we draw tonight at Arsenal, we have to win every single game. In my opinion, we have to. If we win tonight, we could possibly go to City and take a draw and look to go from there. But I'm still on that. At the moment, I'm still thinking you have to win them all. But definitely, if you lose tonight or draw tonight, you have to win every single game. Jordan Taylor says, no club in the league has a better mentality than their group of players and manager. We need City fans to feel the pain we do when watching their games. I'd love a big performance and result from us tonight, but a tricky game ahead, says Kieran B. In my opinion, the bigger game for Arsenal is the game in hand versus Spurs. Win that, it keeps them fourth and kills off Spurs' hopes. That's a great show. Arsenal are in a great position for 4th place. They have got 3 games in hand against most around them, but they are against Liverpool at home, Chelsea away, Spurs away. If they were to win tonight, it's cemented for them, and they've nearly a free hit on the other 2, in my opinion. But if they don't win tonight, I think if they can go, I said if Arsenal can take 2 points out of these 3 games, I think they're absolutely fine because of the form they're in against other clubs. But we'll see. Arsenal will be offensive tonight. They will leave spaces to attack for us. 3-1, and Gabriel sent off, says Stephen Murphy, I think that is. Hi guys, I'm really poorly today with my long COVID symptoms. I feel terrible, says Ian Barron. It's going around. A couple of lads I know have it as well, and one lad in particular this morning messaged their WhatsApp group and said, I have this and it's absolutely knocked me sideways. So I hope you're better soon, Ian. And anyone that else has caught it, because there is a few in the chat that have had it over the last week or so. I hope you get better very soon. Arsenal will sit back and use balls over the top to Martinelli or Saka on the breaks, as Bear. So that's opposite to what was said there a second ago. These are the games that we have to put a performance in, says Garmack. And Klopp did say we have played 12 games in the same period. Arsenal played 6, so Arsenal will be tough. Absolutely. I'm just going to scroll down here a bit. So the lads done a great preview on the game last night. There was Kev, there was Chris, there was Davo and Keith, and they done a great preview on it. No fleece today. Somebody asks, Adam Edmo, must be boiling over there. It's a nice day out here. It's a nice day. No heating on. Few windows open because it's warm. So yeah, t-shirts today. But they done a great preview on the game, looking at players that, Liverpool will look to affect the game. looking at players that Arsenal will have to affect the game, how teams can get at each other and stuff like that. And I had a little think about it this morning. You know, team-wise, Arsenal will have Ramsdale in goal. I think Cedric right back, Tierney left back, Gabriel and White centre back. They'll go with Partey and Xhaka in midfield. I think they'll go Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, and Lacazette up front. And it's a really strong side. And it's starting to look like a settled side from Arsenal that know what they're at. And he's not throwing a couple of curveballs in there or a bit of ones where even Arsenal fans are thinking that's a bit ropey. You know, like the left back that played a couple of times wasn't great. You know, midfielders a couple of times weren't great. Eddie Nketiah, he's put in at times, not really, hasn't worked. He's sticking to what he knows here. And he's probably right to, because they're on a good roll, and it'll probably what'll see them home in the top four. Positives for Arsenal, I think Cedric has been really good at right back. Tomiyasu has been missing, and he was really good before he went out, but Cedric has come in, and I think Arsenal fans have kind of worried about him since he signed from Southampton, but I think he's been good. Tierney is improving all the time. He's getting over those injuries and he's improving. According to Arsenal fans, Ben White has been excellent for them. Gabriel probably is their standout centre back. And when you look at midfield, Partey has come into it. Xhaka, you don't know what you're going to get with Xhaka, but they're fairly solid in there in protecting, I suppose. Maybe more than going forward. But then when you look at what they have in their front four, as I would call them, they've really good players. You know, I was a bit sceptical over Odegaard, because Odegaard comes on loan. He goes back to Madrid, and it looks like they're not going to do anything. And Arsenal going to mess around in the transfer window, and nothing really happens. And then they take Odegaard back, and I was like, are they just doing that for a name? Or are they sticking to what they know? Or, you know, has it been just something that they knew they could get done? But was it a backup option? It was a bit like that for me with Odegaard, but he's been excellent. And I think in fairness to Arteta, they've given him freedom to play. They've given him freedom to roam a little bit with those two guys sitting behind him. He's linked well with Martinelli and Saka in particular. And Lacazette up front on his own works hard. He's not the most outstanding forward in the world, but he'll get you goals. He scored some crucial ones for them. And look, they'll be looking to get Martinelli at Trent. They'll be looking for gaps in behind Robertson with Saka. They'll be looking for Odegaard to be running from deep. They'll be looking for Lacazette as nearly a poacher. Running challenge as well, holding the ball up. In midfield, they'll look to hold. I don't know if the fullbacks will be overly ambitious, but Arsenal might back themselves to either say, listen, we have a back four and we have two there, and the front four we're going to let roam and do as much as they can. Maybe Partey and Xhaka taking turns to join in. But on the other side of that, you look at Liverpool's side, I think it'll be Alisson, Trent, Robbo, fullbacks. I think he'll go with Van Dijk and Matip. I think he'll go Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago. But up front is the mad one, because Jota's definitely pushing to get back into the side. Bobby Firmino is fit. Luis Diaz has been on fire. Mane is improving all the time down the middle, and Salah gets a goal at the weekend. He gets there's a slight issue with his foot, but he seemed to train yesterday. He was out on the team walk this morning, and should be fine. I think he might stick with Mane, Salah, Diaz. He may make one change. If he brings Jota in, he might bring him in for Diaz, and he might put Mane out right and go with a bit of a tried and tested, and kind of a trusted front three. But I'd really love to see Diaz play. With regards to our team, then you're going to see Trent and you're going to see Robbo absolutely get forward. Matip and Van Dijk do what they do. You're going to hear worries about the high line, but if Liverpool, that's all key to what Liverpool do in midfield. And if you have Fabinho protected, as I said, if you have Thiago looking to control, Henderson to be getting up and down, we should have enough of the ball to stop Arsenal trying to hurt us. And when we don't, we should have enough pressure on the ball as well. And that's why the front three will be crucial, not only in going forward, but I think, you know, Mane dropping off and getting in around Partey and getting in around Xhaka, Diaz pushing onto Cedric, Salah pushing onto Tierney, and making it hard for them to get out. Liverpool have goals from anywhere at the moment. They really do. Arsenal are scoring loads of goals as well. I'm just going to scroll back up here because there was loads of stuff coming in. I just think it's a very intriguing game. You know, weaknesses in us. I think the high line is the one where they look to expose. I don't know if they look to play around us, but I think they'll either look to break the high line, or if they are getting on top, to be getting the ball wide to Saka and Martinelli, and looking for them to get one-on-one with their fullbacks. And they can both defend their fullbacks, but I think Saka and Martinelli are two of the top talents in Europe at the moment, to be perfectly honest. So it's going to be a tough day for our fullbacks. But then again, Martinelli and Saka might have to do an awful lot of running the other way, and that kind of negate their attacking threat. In midfield, Fabinho's going to have to be very careful of Odegaard, because he's a good footballer, technically really good, eye for a pass, loves to make a third man run, loves to run in that space between centre back and full back, and Fabinho will have to be really, really careful of that, in my opinion. Midfield wise, I think you can get at Partey, and I think you can get at Xhaka. I don't know if Liverpool have the running power to run over them with Thiago and with Henderson, but I think enough movement out of them, enough movement of the ball quickly, I think you can get the ball into the forwards. And I'll back our front three to hurt anybody. If we can get in behind Arsenal, or get running at them one-on-one, I think it's just going to be a really open game. Dylan O'Rourke says, get your confirmation on money on Cedric to be booked if Diaz or Marnie start out left 11-4. Klopp played a deeper line in the Arsenal League Cup semi-final away, which killed the Saka effect. Same against his Red Jabby. Maybe. If he does go with speed in Salah, Mane and Diaz up front, that may be the way home for them. If we win tonight, Pep will be thinking about that 1 point gap over the whole international break to Kevin Ball. Well, we don't have that international break, do we? Don't we play the FA Cup, and then the following week we play Watford? I could have my dates wrong. Rumours, no Gabriel tonight. If that's true, it's a big blow to Arsenal. Gabriel for me is more key than Ben White. Gabriel is very key to them. He's their standout centre back. Ben White, a bit younger, improving all the time. I don't know where that rumours come from. You're always going to get that stuff on the day of games, but we'll have to wait and see. Key first 20 minutes for this game. It depends on if Arsenal can get out of the gate quick. I expect to see more of the ball, Fab and Thiago. Key to that. Let me see. Bear says Cedric versus Diaz battles. Gav, a few rumours of Gavi from Barcelona to come to the mighty Liverpool. Thoughts, says Ali A. This come up before, and I just can't believe this guy hasn't signed the contract, because from what I remember, there was talks of a €1 billion buyout clause. I'm not too sure what money he's on, but he's looking for big money. I've seen the rumour Liverpool are going to offer him $6 million a year, which is about 120 grand a week, which I don't know. He could be on 20 grand a week at Barcelona. I don't know what he's on, but it's interesting that comes out a day after tenuous rumours of Salah maybe going to Barcelona. Someone's dropped another one in there to go, oh well, if he's going there, Liverpool will go for Gavi. He's a fantastic footballer. He's a fantastic footballer. That's all I can say about him. I don't think 120 grand would do it. And I expect him to sign a deal for Barcelona. I could be wrong. He could sign for Liverpool. He could sign for Man City. He could be signed for anyone. But I think when this comes up and Liverpool's name is used like this, with figures being thrown on it, it usually means that an agent is throwing Liverpool's name in the hat, and it pushes things up and it gets things done for a player. We don't like it when agents do that sort of thing, but that's how it works. And especially when you see players from Spain and the buyout clause, and will he sign a deal, will he not? And all of a sudden, it's just Liverpool's name seems to be thrown on it very, very, very easily. I don't expect to see Gavi as a Liverpool player. Would I like him? Absolutely. He's brilliant, but I just think this might be a little bargaining chip by his agent towards the club, and towards the club to get this deal done, and the buyout clause would be absolutely massive. Martin says, I believe Arsenal are great at the moment, but all I can see in my head is us destroying them 4-0. Wow. We need to be aggro on Odegaard, says Kieran B. S. Murphy says, gods could work in our favour. We win tonight and Everton lose tomorrow. Next round of fixtures, we can then go 2 points clear of City, who then play away to Burnley, who can get out of the bottom three with a win. Okay, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Bear says, Gabriel has a mistake in him, while Matthew's weakness is sometimes his erratic passing. Matthew's been really good in the last while, in fairness. But Bear feels that he feeling that Kanate would start tonight because of his pace. Maybe, but I think you might see Matip and I think you might see Kanate at the weekend in the FA Cup. Dylan O'Rourke has a sneaky feeling Ox starts. I can't see it. Being honest with you, I can't see that happening. But I could be wrong. Like, I've named the two teams, so I think it'll be just to run back through it. I think if we're presuming Gabriel is fit, because usually stuff like this comes out on the day and then it's absolutely fine. Ramsdale, Cedric, Tierney, Gabriel, White, Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, Lacazette, and Liverpool's side: Alisson, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago Henderson, Salah, Mane, Diaz. That's what I'm going for. If Smith Rowe was fit, could Arsenal throw a surprise of having Lacazette on the bench? Then a front four of Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Martinelli as a number 9, says Chris Brack. Yeah, he's kind of went off the radar a little bit, Smith Rowe, isn't he? But he's a young player. And, Arsenal are desperate to get into top 4. I think they need to protect their assets, i.e. in particular Martinelli and Saka. But you'll get players going through little dips. And that can happen. There's no problem there. He's gone off the radar a little bit. And I think Arteta, I don't know if he'd be tempted to put him back in and break up what has been a very decent run for Arsenal with these players at the core of it. So, I don't know. He's a good bench option, though. Jordan says, I do feel a slight weakness at the moment is whichever front three players are tending to be selfish rather than link up due to the competition now in the team. We have spoken about that. It's more the decision making within the front three, and I don't know if it's greediness. I just do think it's making the wrong decision at times, and sometimes that's shooting when you shouldn't, and sometimes it's passing when you shouldn't. We see one at the weekend where Luis Diaz should just go straight for goal, and he tries to square one, and it gets cut out by the goalkeeper. We've also seen ones where you're going just pass it, and someone takes a shot. So the decision making has to be really good tonight. And that's why I have Jota in my head, because I think he makes the right decisions an awful lot of the time. So let's see, but it's going to be a fantastic game of football. Kev O'Sullivan says Gavi's agent using Liverpool to leverage a new contract at Barca. Who wouldn't want to play at the Spotify Stadium? Yeah, of course, they have named it the Spotify Nou Camp now. Chouameni is the man for us, says G10, or Barella. This is obviously on the back of the Gavi chat. But listen, we don't know what Jude Bellingham is going to come into that conversation if you're going into midfielders as well, I think. Let me see. Ali A says, no, his girlfriend is pregnant, Gabrielle. Oh, so we could have a situation where she's gone into labour or something like that. Okay, maybe so. But let's see. There's always, I'm surprised a rumour hasn't come out today about Liverpool and a player. So let's just wait and see when the teams are announced. It's a 8:15 kick-off tonight, isn't it? Is that an Amazon Prime job then? 8:15. But anyway, just to let people know, we will be, Kev and Chris will be doing the post-match tonight. So we're probably looking at 10:15, somewhere around then. About 10 minutes after the game ends. So we'll put it in for 10:15 and we'll go from there. But I want predictions. We've 5 minutes left. I want predictions, and you know how it goes on this channel. If you give a score prediction, you must tell me who the scorers are for Liverpool. Danny H Fitness says I can see Salah on the right, Jota down the middle, and Diaz on the left. It's on Sky, but definitely down for 8:15. Why is it 8:15? Is it so it doesn't clash with kick-off time for the Champions League? Is that what it is? Yeah, it could be that. O'Neill says it's Sky, weird kick-off time. No, I figure it out. It's because the Champions League kicks off at 8 and you can't kick off at the same time as them. Even though you can now play Premier League games on the night of Champions League games, because of COVID, and they've eased those restrictions to get fixtures out of the way. It's so they don't kick off at the same time. Sky bigging up the game. Most goals in this game in the Premier League year. Loads and loads of goals in this. 3-1 to the mighty Reds, says the Anfield Unbearables. I presume that's Ben. Hey, Ben. 0-0, 2-0 Liverpool, Diaz and Jota. 2-0 Diaz and Salah. 3-0 says Garmack. Salah, Trent and Diaz. 4-0 says Club Stalwart. Jota 2, Salah 2. Curtis J has 3-1, Salah, Diaz and Fabinho. 3-1 says G10. Liverpool, Salah, VVD and... Salah, VVD and Jota. Barry Manley has 3-1, Salah, Fab and Jota. 3-1 says Kuda, Salah, Sadio and Diaz. 10-0 Liverpool says Ali A. Clearly drinking early, fair play to you. You Never Walk Alone 97, 2-1 to Liverpool, Salah, Diaz. Glenn Parsons has 3-0, Salah with 2, a Trent free kick. Ali has 2-1 Liverpool. Wow, I think Arsenal for life was right. There is a load of overconfidence here. Mark A has 3-1, Saka, Salah, Diaz by 2. Danny H has 2-1 with Salah and Jota. Jordan Taylor 3-0, Salah, Diaz and Jota. Peter 3-1, Diaz, Mane and VVD. Zed Zahir says watching from behind the sofa. Yeah, a few of our boys will be doing that as well. It's interesting, someone says most goals in a Premier League game in this one, and I think there'll be goals tonight. I think it could be a rip-roar of a game. You know, I think both teams are absolutely flying. Arsenal's best form of defence is probably attack, because I think if they sit back, I think Liverpool, with the likes of Diaz, Salah, Mane or Jota, Thiago in particular, and the two fullbacks will find quality, whether it be by crossing, you know, intricate passing, incisive passing, shooting from distance. Liverpool will find a way. So I think Arsenal's best form of defence may be attack. Then again, I could see Arsenal sitting back and going, we'll take that risk, because they have got pace, and they have got guys that can run in behind you and isolate you one-on-one. But Liverpool need to win this game, and there's no way in hell I'm predicting anything other than a Liverpool win from here to the end of the season, because it just goes against everything, every fibre of me being. I think 3-2 Liverpool, and I know people's head will fall off of that, because the same boy has 1-0. Richard Lefebvre has Diaz, Mo and Fab to score tonight. They'll give a Leicester December 2019 type performance tonight, says G10. Dylan O'Rourke has Salah to have 60. He needs Salah to have 16 shots on target in the next 10 games for an 81 winner. 81 winners, so I hope he gets 15 tonight. I think it's going to be a rip-roar of a game. I think it might be 3-2. I think Liverpool might go ahead. I think Arsenal pull one back. I think Liverpool go forward ahead. I think Arsenal pull another one back. And I think Liverpool will just about see it out. Goals-wise, I fancy Salah. I actually fancy Van Dijk. And I think Diaz might get one as well. Because I think Diaz against Cedric Suarez could be... if Diaz gets the run on him, it could be anything. So I'm going to go 3-2 Liverpool. I know Ali Ace says no, Gav, not a 3-2 game, please. 3-1 Liverpool, 3-0 half time. Danny H. We're going for half time stuff. Arsenal won't be able to deal with Diaz, says Bear. Expecting Arteta to take a look from Chelsea, Inter and Brighton games. Arteta usually very, very conservative versus Liverpool. He may be, but if they're very conservative, it's because they want to hit us on the break. And what you need there is that you need us to be clinical when we have the ball. And if they manage to clear, or if they manage to try play out, we need Henderson. We possibly need our two wide forwards to be really pressuring them when they're trying to play out. We definitely need Henderson and Thiago to do that. And we need Fabinho to stop anything that they try to get into Lacazette or into Martinelli or into Saka. And then we go from there. You know, I think it's going to be a cracking game. I really do. It'll be more like the game versus City where we were dominant, but Xhaka or someone will make a mistake and let you back into the game. 2-2, says Arsenal for Life. So if Arsenal for Life feels that Arsenal will be dominant in this game tonight and a mistake will get us a draw, okay, fair enough. No, listen, he's watched an awful lot more than Arsenal than I have. From what I've seen, they've been really good. But I think this is a big test for them tonight. I think they were really good against City, by the way. I think City were way off it, but part of that was because Arsenal were really good, and part of it was because City were way off it. This is a big test for Arsenal tonight. This is, you're coming up from me against one of the top 3 sides in Europe tonight. Arsenal are at home, and Arsenal have a bit of a buffer there with regards to the games that they have left to play, and may look at this as a free hit and throw caution to the wind, or may go conservative and go, listen, if we get beaten, we're away. we're away to Chelsea. I think they've a better chance away to Chelsea and a better chance away to Spurs than winning this game. I'm not saying they don't have a chance tonight, but I think they've a better chance away to those two to put in a performance where they can sit back and they can hurt Spurs, because Spurs are brutal when you've tried giving the initiative in a game. They're brutal. And Chelsea are winning games, but I think they can be got at. I think even Newcastle showed that the weekend they can be got at times. We have to target Cedric, says Kieran B. Klopp and the players know how much 97 points, second place finishes hurts. They will be on it tonight. 10 wins, 10 must-win games, says Barry Devaney. Garmack's not happy. He says, fuck's sake, Gav 3-2 will kill me. It'll kill me as well. Patsy OB says 3-0 Liverpool. Mo Jota by 2. Arteta will try something different tonight. He's on a losing streak after the argy-bargy with Klopp. He's hungry for revenge, says Rapid Fire. Yeah. And it's all talk about Liverpool and putting a point between us and City, but Arsenal I think they can literally win tonight, Arsenal, and I think no one goes near them for top 4 because they have points on the board and the teams around them aren't consistent enough, and they even have bonus games then against Chelsea and Spurs, in my opinion. The Spurs one's key. Avoid defeat against Spurs and it's done for me. Arsenal for life has gone from 3-0 to 2-2 now, so Barry Devaney. If we keep going for 5 minutes, he'll have Liverpool out with a 4-1 win. No, but Arsenal for life is in here every day. And in fairness to him, he gives his opinion, he takes the slack, he takes the banter, and whatever it is, and it's absolutely cool. Don't see them being dominant. We'll have more possession, shots, corners. I just hope they are not clinical. They have some deadly little forwards, says Kieran B. Keep Odegaard quiet will bring us a long way. 2-1 Redmen. Says Tom Connolly. Diaz, Sacco, and an 85-minute header from VVD for the win. Like it. What do you think Arteta using Thomas Partey as a holding midfielder and Xhaka as an 8? Says Bear. Well, it means he'd have to drop Odegaard back a little bit. I think he's trying to get Odegaard into a 10 as much as he can. So I don't really know if he'll go that way. I think he will go with the 2 sitting. And it makes absolute sense. Arsenal only have 2 losses in the league at home this season to City and Chelsea. Key big teams. Says Barry Devaney. It's such a different game to early in the season at Anfield. Gunners have got their tails up, says Tejas. They absolutely have. And so have Liverpool. Like, when I look at the quality of some of the Arsenal players they have, I think they're great. You know, I've loads of time for Kieran Tierney. I have loads of time for Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe. I've loads of time for them. Odegaard is impressing me more and more. But if Liverpool turn up and play to 90% Liverpool, they win. And that's what Liverpool need to do. And we don't go out here and we don't give away chances. We don't be sloppy. We don't have to be gung-ho. Just make sure your passes. Make sure you're progressing all the time. And, you know, we can go and win the game. So we'll have to look. It's going to be a cracker. There's no doubt about it. Arsenal top 4 anyway. It's wrapped up already for me, Kieran B. No, I think they need to navigate that Spurs game with a positive result, and I think they'll be okay. Tom Connolly says 172 watching, 66 likes. Smash the like button. It's dead easy. 69 likes now. 173 watching. Yeah, hit it if you want. We can't make it. We're not going to call for it anymore. Just if you like it, like. If you don't. It doesn't. We're big boys. We can take it. Let me see. Fair play to Arsenal for life, says Kieran B. He's in here a lot. He is, and he's sound. Today is going to be a defensive game with a 1-0 for the Reds, says Tarek. Wow, that's gone completely against everything else that's being said. It'll be 1-0. God, it's just fucking like this. There's a load of mediums in here now. You'll never walk alone. 97 says it'll be 1-1 until the 87th minute. Diaz with the winner. 2-1. Come on, the mighty Reds. They've got some dangerous players. We just need to be on our game, says Tejas. Play like a Champions League away game. Smarts. We had Odegaard here at Real Sociedad for a year, and he's a class act, says Barry Manley. He is a really good player, and I think it took him a while to adjust to the Premier League, and I think it took him a while to find his role at Arsenal. He maybe seen himself as a number 10, but just didn't fit as a 10 in what Arsenal were trying to do, where he does now, in my opinion. So he's playing really well. Great show, Gav. Love this format. Breaking up the workday for a lot of us, especially working from home, says Tejas. Yeah, listen, it's just been a mad week this week, and afternoons have been absolutely like wall-to-wall stuff being done. So I miss Monday, Tuesday, but my idea is to do this every day, but things do come up for work, for family, for whatever it might be, and sometimes I just can't get to it. I have one today. I will most certainly have one on Friday. It should be absolutely fine there, and I'll try to get back to normality next week. But listen, don't forget to check out the full-time Reds, Kev and Chris, from 10:15 later. Don't forget our charity. We're trying really hard with this charity, and all we're asking you is, if you can donate, great. If you can't, please just share it. Everyone's in WhatsApp groups, Facebook Messenger groups. You're in Facebook groups, Liverpool groups, wherever it might be. Just take the link from the description, send it in there, tell them it's a great charity, tell them it's literally 10k, 10,000 euro between a load of people is not an awful lot per head. You know, as someone said before, if every one of our subscribers gave 50p, we'd nearly be at our target, 50p. So it's a massive amount of money for this charity. Like it's ridiculous how much 10 grand can help them. So please take the link from the description and please donate if you can. And if you can't, share it as much as you can and encourage people to, because by supporting, the best way to support us is to support this charity, because it means we continue to do what we're doing, and it means that, you know we can do this and we can go on to the next one and help somebody else. So yeah, just do it if you can. Do it if you can. Kieran B, we leave it at this. Can't bloody wait for this game. Come on. Yeah, he's absolutely on it. That has been the Cop update for this Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the match. Enjoy the full-time Reds, hopefully, at 10:15 later. Win, lose or draw, get on there and let Kev and Chris, let them know how you feel. There'll be no shows tomorrow. It's Patrick's Day. And you know us Irish, we don't do anything on Patrick's Day but have a drink, really. So there'll be nothing tomorrow, but we'll be back on Friday with the Cop update, the sports unplugged, and then we're looking at the FA Cup over the weekend. That's it. Talk to you in a bit. Over and out.